Cats are mysterious little creatures, and if you've ever come home to find a cup tipped over or a plant on the floor, you know exactly what I mean. Knocking things over isn't just mischief. It's a mix of curiosity, play, and even communication. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating reasons behind why cats do this, from boredom and attention-seeking to natural hunting instincts. By the end, you'll understand your feline friend a whole lot better and maybe even prevent some of those chaotic moments. Let's begin with their science. Cats are curious, really curious. Not just a little poke around curiosity, but full-on tap everything and see what happens curiosity. They explore their world with more than just eyes or ears. They use their paws like tiny scientists. Every pen, bottle, or mug is a mini experiment. Push it, tap it, watch it wobble, hear it rattle. Success! That's new information for them, and they love it. Even the cuddliest indoor cat carries some wild instincts. Back in the day, cats had to figure out whether a bug, a mouse, or a rustling leaf was a snack or a danger. Paw it, tap it, and see how it reacts. So when your cat swats your salt shaker or knocks over your pen, it's basically ancient hunting instincts playing out in your living room. And let's not forget, it's also fun. Curiosity plus boredom equals chaos. A cat left alone for hours? That little tap, that crash, that satisfying roll. It's entertainment. They aren't being mean, they're just clever, curious, and a little bit mischievous. What's the most ridiculous thing your cat has ever knocked over? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. I need to know I'm not alone in this. But curiosity isn't the only reason your cat goes on a knocking spree. Sometimes it's plain old boredom. Now let's talk about boredom. Yes, your cat gets bored, just like us when we've watched every show on Netflix twice. A cat left alone for hours has nothing much to do except nap, stare at walls, or chase invisible monsters. And boredom, well, it's a powerful motivator. When there's no excitement, no new sights or sounds, your cat starts inventing games. What's more fun than knocking things off tables, shelves, or counters? There's movement, there's noise, and sometimes there's even a reaction from you. That crash, pure entertainment. It's their way of saying, hey, look at me. Boredom can make even the calmest cats turn into tiny chaos machines. Your cat's mind craves stimulation, and if it doesn't get it, it creates its own. That pen, that glass, that little figurine, they're all part of a cat-designed amusement park. So if you keep their world a little bit more interesting, maybe your tableware will survive a little longer. Next, another reason is that cats start setting their territory. Cats love to know exactly what belongs to them. Every surface, every shelf, every table is their stage, and your objects, well, they're the unsuspecting actors. When your cat knocks that coffee mug off the counter, it's a strategy. They're checking the limits, seeing what moves, what falls, and yes, what makes a loud, satisfying crash. This behavior comes straight from ancient instincts. In the wild, cats gently paw at prey, testing reactions. Indoors, your cat substitutes that with pens, keys, or even your phone, mapping their domain, learning what's safe and what responds to their touch. Plus, your feline friend wants you to notice, maybe even panic a little. Every tap is a reminder, this is my space now, human. And if an object falls perfectly near the edge, pure temptation. Then at times, it's all part of their attention-seeking antics. Cats are masters at getting your attention, and knocking things over is one of their sneakiest moves. When they swipe your pen or nudge that glass off the table, they know exactly what they're doing. A loud crash gets you running, looking, maybe even talking to them or giving them a treat. Boom, instant interaction. And honestly, any attention is better than none, right? Even if it's a scolding, your cat counts it as engagement. Your feline friend quickly learns that a little paw action equals big reactions from you. It's their personal game, a mix of play, experimentation, and social connection. When life is slow or they feel a bit ignored, your cat might just decide to test the limits of gravity to bring you back into the moment. If you love learning the weird little secrets of our feline overlords, hit that subscribe button now so you never miss out on another Cat Chaos episode. Now, not every dramatic paw swipe is for fame. Sometimes it's just for food. Cats are little creatures with a very strong internal clock. When your furry friend taps that glass off the table or bats your phone to the floor, a big reason could be hunger. Yes, that tiny tap might be your cat saying, "Hey human, feed me now." Cats remember routines really well. If breakfast comes at 7 a.m. or dinner at 6 p.m., they'll expect it like clockwork. Miss that window and suddenly your cat is auditioning for Cirque du Soleil with everything on your counter. Even the tiniest objects, like a salt shaker, a rolling pen, or a little bell, become reminders of your forgetfulness. And it's not just about food. Cats thrive on routine. They like to know when to eat, when to nap, and when to play. Disturb that schedule, and they'll make it their mission to remind you loudly, dramatically, and with pause. So when your cat launches yet another object off the edge, consider it a cute but serious reminder. Hunger and routine matter. However, the next reason they knock things over might just surprise you. Sometimes your cat is overstimulated, and so they become a tiny tornado of chaos. Every sound, movement, or shiny thing in the room hits them all at once. Cats can only handle so much before their little brain says, "Time to act," and boom, they swipe, bat, and knock everything off the edge. It's not just random mischief. Overstimulation triggers that ancient hunting instinct we talked about. In the wild, too many movements might mean prey is around, so your cat reacts instinctively. Indoors, the couch, the table, and even your coffee cup becomes part of the hunt. So when your cat seems extra hyper and destructive, it's probably that they're just overloaded, curious, and full of energy. The solution: break up their day with play, interactive toys, and calm spaces. Give them ways to release energy safely, and your table might survive a little longer. So what if the knocking doesn't stop even after playtime, food, or cuddles? Knocking things over isn't always normal. If your cat is constantly tipping everything off tables, counters, or shelves multiple times a day, it might be a signal that something is off. It can be stress, boredom, or even a health issue that's gone too far. Cats are sensitive creatures. Changes in the environment, a new pet, or even your schedule can make them act out in ways that seem chaotic. Another red flag is if this behavior comes with aggression or destructive tendencies, such as biting, scratching, or urinating outside the litter box. And just like humans, when they're not feeling well, cats can become unusually active or restless. Hyperactive knocking could also be linked to medical issues, like hyperthyroidism or pain that makes them anxious. Cats with arthritis, vision problems, or neurological issues may be clumsier or more frantic than usual. That's why if your feline tornado is suddenly way more destructive, a vet check is a smart move. But if you want to treat this at home, here are a few things you can do to actually try to fix it. First, remove the temptation. If a glass or a bottle is sitting at the edge of the table, move it. Out of sight, out of paw's reach, right? Simple but effective. Cats can't knock over what isn't there, and that's a win. Next, give them approved alternatives. Toys, balls, little bells, puzzle feeders, anything that lets them tap, bat, and experiment without turning your living room into a disaster zone. A cat tree or a perch by the window is perfect too. They love height, they love looking outside, and suddenly that cookie jar isn't as interesting anymore. Play with them. Daily interactive sessions with a feather wand or laser pointer burn off energy and reduce boredom-driven destruction. Make it fun, make it engaging. And here's the big one. Don't give dramatic reactions. No running, no shouting. If they knock over a vase, stay calm, clean it up, ignore them. Because if you freak out, congratulations, you just taught them that chaos will bring them instant attention. Perhaps with a little creativity, some playtime, and a few strategic moves, you can have a happy, entertained cat, and your tables survive intact. Now you know that when your cat knocks things over, it's not just mischief. It's curiosity, play, or sometimes stress. Try out the tips we shared and watch how your cat responds. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a cat behavior tip. Thank you for watching.